What's going on, guys? So on today's SHOKY's Builder Showcase, we got another awesome Houston builder, Mr. Dougie Tai. Is it Tai?
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. I should have confirmed that before we rolled the camera, but it is what it is over here. And unlike normal, he brought multiple kits for us to look at. His crazy kit bashes, and honestly, the little works of art, and I love it. But before we break down into all these guys, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm 29 years old. I usually like to round it up to 30, and people say that's stupid, but it's whatever,
You're 30.
I'm 30 years old.
Yeah.
I'm turning 30 this year. Anyway, I've been building Gundams for a while. I actually started back when I was in probably about 4th or 5th grade.
Oh, wow.
It started off as just a hobby or something, a gift my mom got me from New York, and it developed into something as a connection for me to bond with my father.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my father did model kits. He did tanks and everything. He would motorize them, and once he saw me getting into Gundams, he started teaching me how to spray paint and how to do modifications.
Really?
Yeah, he got an airbrush. I never really got into airbrushing, and so he branched off of model kits and went into resin. So we have this Sailor Mass 1/6 resin figure in our showcase at my dad's house.
Oh, wow.
And he has all these old statues that they have. Oh, wow. They have limited
Didn't expect that.
production.
It's okay. Things happen around here.
Yeah. Limited productions of these resin statues of Batman, Final Fantasy.
We might need to put the other arm down a little bit to support this guy.
Or you could just probably the leg too.
I moved the leg. I didn't want to. We'll do what we can here, guys. If we knew something would fall, didn't expect that one to fall of all things. Though you wouldn't think the giant cue ball kind of body would be the thing to fall, right?
Yeah, usually it's the Fumina.
Yeah, Fumina to fall because of her tiny feet. But it's okay because we're going to have some fun here, guys. Yes, let's go over the nice touching moment talking about your father and stuff, and then everything just falls.
I know, right?
It's a story. There we go. Fumina, be good. Here, let's put her in frame. There we go. See, okay, so with her, the sword and the backpack are keeping her tiny feet in check.
Yeah.
But we'll take a better look at that whenever we break them all down.
Alright.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so my dad, he's the one who, ushered me into this field, and after a while, I kind of just, he stopped because he got overwhelmed with work and everything else, and then I stopped because I got caught up with school.
Yeah, life happens.
Yeah. So I think I stopped after 6th grade.
So you're a good 2 years into it.
Yeah.
As a kid. I'm impressed. Honestly, a lot of guys say they've been in this for 4 or 5 years. You've been doing it for most of your life.
Yeah. But I did stop for a good couple years because I got back into it just maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Well, still, you went back into it as long as I've been doing it. So, you had a head start because, with me personally, my dad, I guess, had built some models at some point because he helped me get started. Because we had a battleship. I don't even know what it was. It was a small battleship. And he helped me with that, helped me do a little bit of paint work and gluing and smaller stuff like that. But after that, he didn't. And then he did help me do an awesome airplane. That big black World War II style twin engine airplane. I can't remember which one it was now. I think it was a 138, P-138. That's about the most we did together realistically. But then my uncle got me into cars and taught me how to airbrush. Of course, back then that was an old crappy airbrush. And haven't done much since, but he got me into model building. And then, as of course my viewers here know, only about 3 to 4 years ago, into 2012, beginning of 2013, that's when I started building.
Okay.
So, you got back into it around about the time I started in general. But you're far more advanced.
But you still have skills though, because you said your uncle helped you and everything, right?
Yeah, but I didn't apply those to anything for a decade.
It's still technical.
So comparatively speaking, you've already talked to me about your works here, about how your techniques and stuff like that. And we'll go more into it when we break it down. But I really like the works, and obviously the stuff that you learned from your dad has carried on, even now. The great kit bashers you've got going on here.
Oh, yeah.
And the ingenuity is what I always love to see. How did you make that work kind of situation? As we learned earlier on before we started rolling, I learned how some of her armor is attached because it came off on me as I was handling it. Which it was the crotch part fell off. So take it as you will that her crotch armor fell off as I was handling her.
Maybe it's a sign.
Panty drop. No, we're not going there. No, family channel. But yeah, I mean these are really fun, and we'll go over the inspiration for this crazy cat in a little bit, but this is going to be a little bit of a long one, guys, because obviously we have a lot to cover. It's probably not going to be Dustin Word long, but it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, his was really long.
Yeah, but he had a lot to go over with that amazing heavy arms, which Dustin.
Yeah,
you've been to competitions with him. You saw his thing at Acon, stuff like that, and Matsuri.
Yeah.
So we're a fairly tight knit group in Texas, despite how big our group is. We've got several thousand people across one state. That a lot of people are getting to know each other, especially through competitions and stuff. And speaking of which, this has been to a competition as of very recently, and this should have, but you changed your mind.
Yeah, it was because of third-party copyright infringement purposes.
Oh, because you didn't want to infringe on the Nintendo idea there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would have disqualified it anyways.
Because you used
Samus as a reference.
You don't have to call it Samus.
I didn't. I called it Helmus a rain car. This is a play on words.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Helmus a rain car. That's actually neat. Okay, so let's go ahead and we will start with your Fumina over here. So let's get everybody else out of the way. All right, so starting out with your amazing Fumina. That's not the name, but it's just an accurate description.
Yeah. I really don't have a name for it other than, I guess...
the Fuminator?
Yeah, sure. I guess for the entry, I called it MS Armor Fumina, and there it goes.
It went backwards of all things. I didn't expect it to go backwards.
And then I gave it the same numbers as the Grimgird.
Okay, let's get her. Okay, so one thing you guys will definitely see as we look closer, her feet are obviously way too small, and somebody decided not to go with heel spurs.
Well,
it's a grievous design error.
I mean, I didn't think it would.
Can we tilt her sword down a little bit?
You can actually use a sword to...
That's what I'm trying to do without tweaking things too much. Now she wants to go over backwards of all things. There.
All right.
Now she's going to fall forwards at this point. However, the sword is holding her up. So, obvious issues, but looks amazing. So that's all that we're here for. We want to see how cool she is. And we'll handle her and get her a little bit close. So, what was your more or less inspiration to go here with this like chameleon type color scheme and stuff?
Okay, well, the initial startup was, I guess MS Armor Girls were the inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And since Fumina was an Armor Girl, I felt like she was lacking. Oh, no, thank you.
Okay.
But, so what happened was I saw the Grimgird and I was like, oh, this armor looks nice. It looks like a knight. Let me go ahead and just kit bash this because just for the hell of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was my first attempt at kit bashing, too.
Oh, sure, just rub it in.
What?
Look at what I did on my first try.
Well,
you're one of those dicks in the thing. It's like, this is my first ever paint job. It's got amazing shading and light work and everything like that. You're full of shit. No, I believe you, but that's what it sounds like.
I mean, I spent a year on this.
Yeah, you're like humble brag. This is my first kid bash. It's so good. Hair flip.
I have Nick. I have Nick and his friends to thank for inspiring me to attempt a kit bash in the first place.
There you go.
Otherwise, it would never have happened.
There you go. I mean, kit bashing is fun. I mean, they've seen my stuff, so kit bashing is a lot of fun, especially when you make it work.
Oh, absolutely.
Because there's those people who literally kit bash like blah, whatever will stick, and then that's what you go with. Which your results can be good if you do something like that, and you just keep going until something good happens.
I mean, that's what happened with the Samus.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll talk more about her in a minute, but it's amazing. I was going to ask, is this basically like Baldwin Arms situation going on? Okay, I thought it looked familiar. I mean, it's pretty cool. I like it. Now, one thing that sucks is whenever you have something darker color like this, you have to have your hand in here to like adjust the light. So whenever I start handling her, we'll be able to see a little bit more details. And I will be very careful because this thing scares me. It's really, really awesome, but like I'm scared to handle her. But
that's okay. I'm in the same boat.
But as we're talking about, like the Grimgird armor, so the legs, and you pointed this out to me, although I saw it immediately. So we've got 1:100 scale Grimgird legs. But then you come down here and you've got 1/144 feet.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I use both, and if you notice right here onto the side, that's the shin armor for the 100, and then underneath is the 144.
Oh yeah, I did see that. So you got the layered armor effect.
Yep.
You crazy bastard.
And then on here is the front cap or the cover for the, I guess, I don't know what part of the body is, but it's the same piece right here for the 144.
Okay, so the ankle cover.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did the ankle cover up here as an extra knee guard, which we're getting actual nice metallic here. Look at that on the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Looks nice. I like that, yeah. See? One good light. And there is a cool thing that he included on here, a secret thing, more or less. We're going to try to show off if we can. Hopefully it'll work. But I love the cool chameleon paint, and you said you used enamel paint for this. What'd you go with, testers?
Well, I used Rust-Oleum for the
hammered,
yeah, the
pewter,
hammered,
kind of hammered pewter look here.
And Rust-Oleum the color shift paint only comes in Rust-Oleum. It was a $30 can of paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like the Walmart one, more or less.
Yeah.
Because they have another brand, but you got to find it online, and it's like the extreme. But I mean, it's really awesome. But you can get also the other colors and stuff like that out of it. But I mean, I like the stuff, and believe me, I've wanted to do more things with that color change paint. I've just always been too scared to do it.
Has a weird odor for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the back is a little sticky. That's one thing I hate about enamel paints. They do that.
Yeah.
And you said, because you used the hammered paint here, the nice textured effect, they actually knocked off because they thought it was bad paint job when in fact that's what the paint's supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's so much crap. Like, and how do you explain it to them? No, that's actually, because it's going to sound like BS. Let's be honest. But I mean, I recognized it immediately. It's like, I didn't think you were, considering the rest of the paint actually looks really good, I didn't think that was an accident. Although I've had some bad luck mixing Tamiya paints with Tester's paints, and the Tester paint looked terrible next to it. But I mean, the masking job is actually very nice on your sword.
Oh yeah.
And I love the nice flat metal look there. What is it? I'm drawing a blank here. Just a flat matte black is all it is?
Yeah, it's just a flat matte black.
See, that's where you need to get in the dry brush silver on this, like, specifically. It'd be beautiful.
Well, I wanted to dry brush it, but a lot of people are like, no, you're going to take away from the effects of the Galaxy paint. And then some people are like, no, you can go ahead and dry brush silver.
Well, I was saying dry brush everything that's not the Galaxy paint. So the Galaxy paint looks like it's on top and untouchable.
Yeah. And
then go with, like, in here where it's not you can get a little more beat up on your flat black, especially because this is a weapon. You know, it would look better. Now, is this meant to actually be held by the little clippy there, or is that the part that clips into the belt normally on?
No, the part that clips into the belt, I believe, is this part.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, it might be that, but I believe one of the fists can hold it right there as well.
Because I have not built the Helmvig yet, and it's still over there in the thing. Now, I mentioned this before, so what's awesome is you had 2 kits, well, technically 4 kits, and you've managed to use so many pieces over and over. So we got the weapon here from the Helmvig rain car, and you've got the actual kit over here with your Samus, and I love that. That's just so cool. Now, was the skin tone, is that part of the actual kit? Or is that paint?
That's paint.
Okay.
The original skin tone is a little bit darker.
Yeah.
And I had flat coated, and after I did some sanding, some black dust got onto it and ruined it. So then I went ahead and gone with light ivory by Model Masters. I like it because you would think that somebody who wears like heavy armor all the time would be fairly pale underneath. So if that's like the parts of the armor that maybe got knocked off, they would be pale, and I like that. And the one thing I told you, like, immediately, yes, you have to have the one band around the leg to offset colors, and I love that. I love the kind of teal, the light teal color there, especially for the other armor here. Yeah. It's just good. I really dig that. Take that. I could pop these off. Mm-hmm. Don't do it. Like, don't do it. Because it's maneuverable. Yeah. I could pop it off. Okay, so you use the regular shoulder armor mount here on the arm? Yeah, I cut off a piece of the plastic that allowed it to move and just adhered it to that one after I used a Dremel to make sure the hole was there to glue it into it. Yeah. Now, what's up with this part right here? So this is obviously the chest or crotch armor of the 144, right? Yeah. So yeah, no. That's the crotch armor of the 144. Is it? Yeah. Okay. Like it's the exact same. But then you've got these little bits here to add to like extra color. So do you even remember? I know it's been a while. So originally, the Grimgird had this piece on the chest plate, and I still wanted to maintain that presence, but they didn't give me something that... You just needed a little bit more to build to the collar, kind of. Yeah. Okay. And this was more for her breastplate, but I didn't like how it sat down here. It it made it more bulkier than it needed to be.
I mean, I like the heavy collar look because that is the Grimgard collar around her
Yes.
neck. Is that the one? That's the bigger one,
That's
right?
the 144 one, I believe.
Oh, is it? Okay. It looks so big.
No, it is 100.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
like the hard part is it is all the different size parts. That's why it's like, okay, which part is which? I mean, some places it's definitely obvious, but I mean the layered armor effect you got on the legs, that is just awesome. Of course, you basically have Grimgard arms just straight up here mixed with Fumina arms.
Yeah.
So that you can get the hands.
For the sole purpose of the ball joint.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I like the repositioning of the shoulder armor to make different shoulder armor. So I did the same thing with my grays when I used the knee or the thigh armor is shoulder armor. You know, just totally just mixing it up. And then of course you have the crazy Baldin arms on the back for extra assaulting of people. Okay, put your foot like there we go. Now much better. Now she wants to stand. You got to get a little too much toe point. But yeah, she's epic, dude. I like it.
Yeah, it originally started off as a rogue look, and then as I continued to put more pieces on, I came up with more ideas for it, and eventually branched into, I guess, a knight at first. Like, I have progress pics for you, and you'll see in the progress pics.
Can I move the head?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I just because I've only ever seen it in the one pose. I want to be careful.
Well,
because you can't go too. Oh, you can actually move the head just enough.
Yeah, you can. Everything is still articulate. I made sure everything was still movable because I like to change the poses up myself.
Yes. I feel like she's wobbling.
Crooked, maybe because
it looked like
this area
no. It felt like she was like it may have just been the camera trying to focus, but I thought for a second she was wobbling like she's gonna go. Oh, and you were telling me you hand painted the eyelashes?
Yeah, so the eyelashes I painted by hand, and I used a very fine tip brush. I spent like 2 weeks on that, and I had to I did it with enamel paint at first, and that was my mistake, and then I had to go back over it with acrylics.
Yes.
And it actually turned out a lot better. What inspired me for the lashes was this anime that I was watching at the time. It was I forgot.
Well, that doesn't do us any good.
I'm sorry.
I forgot. Well, look,
the Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Okay.
And that anime.
And y'all can look that up. Oh, look, I'm trying to knock the damn skirt off again.
Yeah.
At least it's puttied in place for right now. It'll stay for about the next 5 minutes. We'll get a nice close up over there. We'll set her down. At least the giant shovel is helping. I mean, sorry, sword. I keep going back to shovel because that's what it looks like she's doing.
Yeah.
But that's
she's
okay. She's digging someone's grave because she's about to kill them. That's what it is. Oh, should we try to show off the special feature?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay, let's see if we can do it. Hold on, I'll pause and then we'll come back to see if it works. If it doesn't, you guys didn't see anything in the first place. You can see it. Oh, there we go. It's going to be insanely hard to focus, but you can see he actually has some glow-in-the-dark aspect to the edge of that sword. So it looked like it's silver, but in fact, it can glow in the dark. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's not super bright, but also this light isn't going to help it. But if we had some good daylight and like give it like 20 minutes, I bet it would be glowing bright. But that's a really neat feature you added there, buddy. Here, turn the light back on. But yeah, that's just a really cool, neat feature that you know about that not everybody... Well, now everybody knows. Damn it, I let the secret out. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so is that pretty much it? We can move on? Fumina is all but done. All right, so let's move on to Little Miss Not Samus. Not Samus, not around. Screw you, Nintendo. I'm just kidding. So now we've got, what did you call it? Samwise?
The Helmus Arrancar.
There you go. I was like, Samwise? No, that's not right. Yeah, Arrancar, which... I'm thinking Bleach when you say. I'm thinking Bleach when you say Arrancar, which is cool. We're not gonna knock it realistically, but this thing is amazing. This is what got my attention, guys. Like I didn't even see his Fumina until way after the fact, but this thing definitely got my attention. And you can, well, I don't know if you can tell why it got my attention. It's cool. If you guys, don't know that I'm a huge Nintendo nerd from my, wall of Nintendos. Actually, you know what? We can get my little Samus figure out of the box here in a little bit. We'll compare it. It's over there. And it's almost in a similar position. That'd be funny. But this thing is just... you stepped your game up quite a bit on this. Like, the fact that you couldn't compete with it is retarded. I'm not going to lie. Because this thing would have definitely taken a higher place. Not that you got a good place with your Fumina. What was it, 8th?
Top 8.
Top 8.
What he said.
But... You were in the top 8 somewhere. Cloud of 8 people. the indeterminate amount of winning. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Winning is winning, regardless of how much win you got, right? But yeah, this thing is just absolutely beautiful, dude. And you're weathering on it, and you use the weathering kit.
Yes, the Tamiya weathering kit.
Yeah, I believe we talked over that with Mr. Nick Willie before, and yeah, that's just sexy. That's about the only word I'm going to use for it. Just absolutely sexy. And did you get a little bit of silver in here on the flat? It looks like it almost looks a little bit rubbed, and that's what I'm talking about. I mean, we can do to your Fumina. That's just intimidating, dude. Like that's a great shot. Hold on, that looks so good. I'm gonna take a picture, guys. Did you see? No. Okay, good. I always have to point that out. But I like the Tamashii lightning effect you added here. That's actually really, really cool. Not necessarily goes with Samus, but it's an awesome effect.
Thank you.
That's just so cool. I mean, I love the blue lightning because they got the blue, yellow. Don't they have like 2 or 3 different colors?
I think it was blue and yellow.
I think they were working on another one, but still, it looks really, really cool. Your arm cannon, and you said that's from
It's actually the jetpack of a Zigok and then the arm of a Zigok.
Oh, okay, so kind of jet or which part's which?
So this is the jetpack.
Okay.
And that's the arm.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that, and it just totally works. Like you oh yeah, get your spare piece. We gotta look at that. Oh, I didn't even notice you had the extra lime green parts in here. Yeah, there you go. Figure out where the frame is.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have your expanded gun effect you were working on, didn't quite finish. But so if you guys wanted to see sort of in the raw how he got here, and so this would just plug in place of this part.
It would,
more or less.
But I would have to install the peg on this back piece right here.
Well, what are you waiting on?
I lost the other arm of the Zigok.
Oh, somebody get this boy another Zigok. He needs to finish this. This is so cool. So this would be like the extra like Mega Blaster.
Yeah. I would think that the bear guy peg would work too, though.
Should some degree.
Okay.
I mean, you've got plenty of parts. Yeah, there's always lots of gunpowder around. But yeah, that's just a really cool, definitely a kit bash. Like everything else is mostly Rancor until you get down to the really cool feet. Where is it? It's just plugged into the crotch.
Yeah, you can take it off.
Nah, I'll just maneuver it the hard way. But this is okay because I'm scared to move anything like that. But I love these feet. I didn't even think about the fact that it wasn't the feet that go on here. You seamlessly made these feet work from what was it, Evangelion kit?
Yeah, 00.
Yeah. So that thing is just so cool. In fact, it looks like a shoe and a boot. Is amazing. I mean, it's even got the imprinted base on there. That's just so awesome. I didn't even think about it. Like legitimately, like I just immediately I saw it. I didn't see the kits it came from. I saw Samus, and that's what's so great about it. Like you just instantly recognize the thing that you're conveying with it, without seeing the parts that go. And then you start dissecting. Like oh, obviously you've got the rest of this. And I believe I talked to you. That's a really good frame, by the way. That just looks good. It's very photogenic, guys. What was I was telling you should probably swap the shoulders for?
The Kimaras.
Yeah, the normal Kimara shoulders. I think it would look interesting and very more Samus, but there's definitely nothing wrong with what you've done. I just think it'd be an interesting idea because her suit sort of develops over the years.
Yeah.
So maybe if you wanted to do a Mark II down the line, just for fun.
Okay.
I think it'd be an interesting idea.
I'd probably use it for the fusion suit because the fusion suit is
totally.
more slimmer.
And that's the purple and...
That's the teal and yellow.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the purple and orange or the yellow is the gravity suit.
Yes, I like the gravity suit though.
Yeah.
It's a good color scheme. I mean, you could do a whole series realistically, and then you could do all the ones from Prime. You could have the other M version, so you could have all that. Just all your Sami.
I could also just put a Pikachu over the head and have it thunder attack on the Samus.
No. Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that'd be fun. You could totally have all of those thrown together, but it's just epic. I mean, the pose, it is what it is. I like the nice action pose. It's pretty cool. It almost looks like she tripped, but like it's forgivable because lightning. It's awesome. I dig it. I mean, I don't even really have to. I mean, what? Okay, let's break it down. What colors did you use? I'm just kidding. It's just redundant, dumb color. What else am I gonna say? It's awesome, man. I mean, I need to learn a little bit from you on the weathering I mean, I do that with markers. But
Oh,
I mean, so I mean, you can look at my weathering stuff that I've done up there that I've done with just the weathering markers. So I need to get the powder kits
yeah.
because that's the effect that I want on my stuff.
Well, a trick that I did is I'll use the powder and then I'll get a wet cloth and wipe it down,
Hmm.
but I won't wipe it down completely, so it gives it like the wash look.
Yeah, well, that's literally as a dust wash is what you're doing.
Yeah.
But you're also like, if somebody tried to clean it, you get that effect too. So like, it's the dirt has gotten on it. It's been cleaned, but dirt never goes away.
Yeah.
So it's just layer of dirt, even though they tried to wash it at some point.
Exactly.
So
That's exactly what happens.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's lessons, guys. That's one reason I wanted to look at these things. Like when I see builders who will definitely have skills that I don't necessarily or haven't developed just yet, and I want to show you guys how they did that more or less. But I can't like, but you know, if I could do some how tos and stuff like that, instructional videos with some of you guys, I'd be down for that. You know, because I mean, I want to learn more things. I mean, some of these effects I would love to apply to like my custom grays over there. I think it'd be fun to get some nice weathering in there, and because marker can only do so much. You know, the
Yeah.
marker makes it look more like mud. This makes it look like dirt and rust.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that, like by a long shot. And just for the most part, other than removing the horns, it's pretty much just straight up helmet.
Yeah, pretty much. I removed the shoulder pieces too that hung out from here because I felt
Okay.
like it's irrelevant.
Yeah, definitely on this.
But everything else is the helm wig, and then well, the torso is from the Ava, and that's it.
It is.
Yeah. So
I gotta find somewhere to grip it.
you can grip it from the peg
I'm
bit,
very. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that totally works.
and then
And it's just around the centerpiece,
yeah, I had to seam line that, and the seam line straight in the middle.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, that would drive me nuts.
So for me to have gotten rid of it, I cut the back so that I can just slide it in this little spine piece. In.
Yes, I'm trying to rotate.
But you can't see
We're
it
not
with
going to
the
see
effects
it.
safe.
Well, I don't know. Oh yeah, you can still see the actual Valkyrie frame inside. That's cool.
Yeah, and I did dry
I like
brush
that.
the frame with a metallic titanium and silver, just to give it like a worn look on the inner frame.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. The one thing, especially something I learned when I talked to Nick, and I hadn't really put the thought behind it, but we were talking about it. You got to think with armor and shields and stuff like that. Actually, it was Dustin brought it up, and then we continue that. We'll just keep saying it over and over. When you're weathering something that's on the inside or under something, it'll obviously be cleaner because nothing's gotten to it.
Yes.
So the exposed frame parts are obviously going to be dirtier. But something that, say for instance, like you wanted to do a thing where the shoulder was blown off, you would have like the broken part hanging off, but for the most part, where the armor was would still be fairly clean.
Yes.
Oh, why am I? Hold on, where's my brain? You got to do the obvious. We'll push back Samus here, and we got to bring in Squishy. We need Squishy in here. Come on. That's perfect. How am I not thinking about that? Yeah, she had to be introduced to Squishy. Squishy, this is your mortal enemy. Too bad you don't look like that. I mean, I've done... See, okay, so like I was showing... So I did some of the weathering in here on the teeth. Like, I mean, it was a little bit dirty, but not to this degree. I had a lot of the black. So you can see, like, the gray striations.
Yeah.
That was actually there. But, like, see the browns and the darker stuff all around here? I did that, but with the marker.
Nice. It gives it a more realistic look.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
what I was going for, was to try to make it look a little bit more real, like actual like teeth and claws. So these guys have seen it, but I almost never get to show it to anybody because nobody comes to the SHOKY cave. Nick comes over all the time. But I mean, I would even want to do like the weird cool textured part here with a little bit more brown, so it looks like it's meant for gripping.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can see like right in here, it looks like a dirty tooth.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of stuff, yeah. So, I mean, Nintendo took it pretty far, but this is, you know, if I could apply some of the techniques you have there, but that's just perfect. We got to have that together. Just, hold on, if only we could prop everybody up. Squishy, if you knock him over, there we go. That's perfect. It's ridiculous. I got to get a picture. Like, forget the fact we've been videoing all that. But, like, it's good. I can cut out a bunch of that. So, Squishy, get out of there. Okay. I don't know if you've seen the Squishy videos, but it actually gets noise. I actually have a little baby Squishy I need to review eventually. Okay, so real quick before we get out of here, so for the last comparison here, we got to bring in real Samus. So, this is the newest version of Metroid, more or less. So, you got the extra stuff going down the sides. So, that could be something maybe in the future.
Oh yeah.
totally
Well,
do something like that.
I studied notes on it. That's why if you rotate to the back, you'll see
Uh-huh.
that the veins in the
Yeah,
back.
no, I did. I totally saw that. Yeah, I totally saw that is there like that. But of course, like I said, this is a different, slightly different version. So I didn't realize the backpack was that close. Did
Yeah.
you? Did you
No.
honestly know that? Like, realistically, guys, look at that. He almost dead on nailed the backpack without trying.
Yeah.
So he's just that good. And the feet, like, almost that first second there was. I mean, there's a texture there. I think it just says Jax. So if you manage to mold Jax right there, that'd be even better. I mean, like the I'm sure you looked at plenty of things to make sure the feet were close. I mean, you got the heels, everything right. Of course, like I just said to you, this is more of a copper, but I like the muted orange color better. That's so much nicer. But so hopefully in the future he can totally like really mock up like the newer version. Like I would say this is more like classic Samus, and it's amazing. We're gonna spend so much time just talking about Samus. I didn't even get a look at the face because like the position it's been in. But you even get the awesome visor all the way down to the eyes. That's just beautiful. I love that. That's just so awesome. I have to high five you. High five. That's just, it's so damn good, dude. So, okay, so we'll stop gushing over the beautiful Samus. We'll move on to one of the more freaky things I've ever seen realistically. So, yeah. Um, what have you done?
Uh, Sorry, bear guy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, apologize to the bear guy you did this to, man.
I tried to follow the instructions the best I could, but
I think you got your instructions mixed up.
maybe.
Did you click on the wrong Google page and it just took you to something completely different? 'Cause, like, it's like when Rachel tried to make a trifle in Friends and she got the things mixed and there was beef in it and just like, what the heck? I don't know what this wonderful monstrosity is, but it's. I guess I kind of just spelled it out. So obviously we've got Bear Guy as the head core, sort of.
Yeah. It started off as just nothing but bear guy pieces.
Yeah, I saw the pictures. That's what got my attention. Like, what are you doing? I think that was my original reaction. What have you done?
But see, I posted that picture probably 2 weeks after I already progressed a lot because I was trying to keep it kind of like a little secret. But
Because you didn't know if you'd screwed up badly yet.
no, it's more like, do I want to reveal this now or reveal it later?
I kind of like the in stages reveal. It's kind of fun. So I mean, yeah. Obviously, we've got what was a bear guy head, but I didn't realize this until you mentioned it. This is the back side of the head.
Yeah, it is.
And so, realistically, the front face is back here where the backpack is now attached. And the not eye holes are, in fact, how you were trying to attach the backpack. It just happened to look like eye holes when you turned it around.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I originally used a Dremel to cut it out
Uh-huh.
so I could put the original bear guy backpack and keep the wings there because I wanted the wings.
Yeah, you wanted the wings, yeah. But you had the head upside down because you. What did you have mocked up sitting in it originally?
The Naruto.
Yes, yeah, you had the little chibi Naruto thing. That's right, because I thought that was really cool. I was like, hey, it's ninja mecha for some reason, which honestly would still sort of work.
Yeah,
It could totally still work.
it was more geared towards mecha pods.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I even said that when you had the Sergeant Frog aspect sort of to it.
Yeah.
So he's like riding around in a face with arms. Even though you don't intend for this to be a face, really, right?
No, not at all.
But I love the fact that
It
it's
looks
a
like a face.
blank but actually very expressive face.
Yeah, it's like Mario.
Giving any, yeah, exactly. It's oh, dude, you totally could just do Koopa's cloud car,
But then
but mecha
copyright
version.
infringement.
Yeah, but it doesn't have arms and everything. So realistically, what you'd be doing is like crossing over into Sonic. So it's almost like a or a Dr. Robotnik thing.
Yeah.
If he stole Koopa's thing.
Yeah.
I mean, don't have to make it perfect, but I think it'd be a fun crossover. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna, submit it, yeah, you can't do that. And you obviously have things in multiple stages of paint going on here. So you got some primer down here on the bear guy feet legs.
Yeah.
And then over here, at least on this arm, you got paint on that arm.
Well, see, again, so this was this perfect grade I assembled back in the day, and it's been just sitting there collecting dust. And when I was in the process, it was a test kit for me to practice high gloss paint.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I can see that it's very glossy on that arm.
yeah, because I was really good at flat paint because it doesn't bubble up, but gloss does.
Yes.
And so it was just a practice.
Because the flat paint doesn't really react the same way.
Yeah, it sure doesn't.
Okay, I want to see something. Is it going to completely fall off, or is it only held on by the putty?
Yeah, it's only held on by.
Oh,
putty.
good. Good thing I'm messing with it, because that's not going to make it better. Okay, so showing off some articulation. I just wanted to show it off doing a high teacher, because like whenever I do it, they always have to do a high teacher. I'm not going to pull that all the way around. As you guys saw before, he just fell right the hell over. So you basically you've mocked up the arms for right now with some incredibly sticky putty. Realistically, no pun. That's like that was very sticky. So arms off the perfect grade RX-78. Just giant monkey arms, and I love it. And then you've got these. Once again, we're going back to kits you've done. So you've got the Super Fumina shields mounted to the arms.
Yeah, like the Amazing Red.
Yeah,
and then
which is over there.
You can add the effect pieces if I want to put like a nice little needlepoint blade at the end of the shield.
Yes. I think it needs like either something absurdly large or something absurdly small.
Oh, I got the gun. I didn't bring it, but okay. Yeah. So there's some pieces I left at the house I'm using for this kit, but
you held off on me.
The serpent
jerk.
You know the serpent custom from Wing?
Yeah.
So the original,
huh? The twin Gatlings or the original serpent gun?
The giant one that sits on his shoulder like a bazooka. Oh. It looks like a actual handheld gun without the handle.
But it's enormous, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to chop that up and then give it to him.
As a shoulder mount or a hand mount? Or hand carry?
Hand carry.
Okay. So you're going to give it an absurdly large gun anyways.
Yes.
Okay, good.
To go with the
hand. Tiny little feet, almost no waist to speak of. So you've got definitely bear guy legs and knees right there. But then, what did you say the actual centerpiece is?
The waist skirt, or just
the actual waist? Yeah,
that was off of the Grimgird.
Okay, yeah, because you got the hip mounts here for that, and then you've got the huge hose here off of the
Camphor Master Grade.
Master Grade Camphor, which I love this textured rubber hose. That's just so cool. And then of course the giant Master Grade. I'm sorry, Perfect Grade backpack. It's just a ridiculous kit bash notion. I mean, like. This is about as kit bashy as it gets. Like, he is ridiculous. And you've got you can see it here, guys. You've got the core, not the core fighter, but the core of the RX-78 inside there, as I guess would be brains more or less.
I would say.
Or were you going for like a control?
It would be the control cockpit.
Yeah.
But I haven't figured out what scale of a person I want to use yet.
That's what I was going to ask, because if you're going to go with the perfect grade scale, totally makes sense. However, I see this as a weird squat machine like you sort of had. So your other idea is to go with the Fumina Chara guy.
Yeah.
To ride inside there and pilot it. Now, if you do that, you've got to have some control sticks or something.
Oh, absolutely.
But it has to be like absurdly simple for something absurdly complicated. Yeah. So like literally like you know, little like twigs that it's punching with, which actually you should totally use
the old
HG beam sabers as handles for controls.
Okay.
I think that'd be fun because so you have the huge beam sabers behind it.
Yeah.
And you got little bitty ones as actual stick controls.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
Okay.
That'd be fun. Just I like I mean, you don't have to take anything I say, but brainstorming is always fun.
Oh yeah.
Especially when kit bashing is involved because you can go anywhere. And I love the exposed mechanics. Are you going to leave that like that?
Yes, I'm actually am. And then what I'm like right now, some of it actually has the gunmetal spray on there.
I see that. Yeah.
But I stopped because I decided it's better for me to finish my concept of the kit bash first before
and then figure out the paint colors. Yeah, of course.
But I will do inner frame painting for this as well.
Yes.
Now
you got mix in some other.
I'll use copper and
definitely get some copper and bronze in there so you get the different colors. And get some aluminum.
Yeah.
Just for
and it will be dry brushed as well.
Yes, I think it'd be fun. I really, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, okay, what the hell are you doing, man? And then you brought this over, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I know where this is going, and I'm okay. Now, you brought a book over, and you brought an awesome little art book, and I'll try to get some still shots to add in here. But what was the artist's name?
Shino-geki or... See, that's why I want to bring it in, because I always...
Well, go fetch it.
All right.
And we're going to pause, and this isn't going to exist. And he's back.
All right.
Okay, so the art book is by...
Shichigoro?
Shichigoro. Okay. And, like I said, hopefully I can get some cool stills out of here. But it is some incredibly steampunky goth anime. I think it's probably the best way to describe it. And it has some features of maybe The Matrix, maybe combined with the movie 9.
Yeah.
So just kind of weird dystopian everything. Honestly, it's so really cool. Like I said, I hopefully, I don't want to just hang it out in front of the camera, but I need to find some good still images or take pictures. But if this is the direction you're going with it, man, one, it's really creepy. It's hella creepy. Not gonna lie. But the exposed robotics and stuff like that. Like, see if you get some of this like cool like red, maybe, and like a few little gears and stuff like that. That'd be cool. So like just pick one part that's always gonna be highlighted, and do it like that.
Okay.
So I think so. Like what you've got here, like everything circular has just that extra red effect to it, something like that. I think
Kind of
that,
like panel lining.
yeah. So do like a severe panel line, but only in like few like definite spots on top of all that. So those parts, even though they're buried in the frame that normally you would ignore, would make it stand out. I think that'd be awesome. It's just sort of hanging out there barely. If you could do the cracked look to it.
Yeah, dude. So
You
that's
could-
another thing. I
You
need
could
to
either
practice
etch it.
on.
You could etch it, or even do some plate.
Oh, okay.
So just get some super thin plate that you can form to the outer part, or maybe some like super thin warbler. That'd be awesome. Yeah, give it a cracked look. I think that'd be great. Break it up in a little weird steampunky face. Or if it had goggles, do the goggle look over that, and then Fumina sitting on the top of it, like all bright and cute.
Oh, yeah.
Leave her like all bright and cute, and then that thing just wicked and terrible, like nightmare sitting under cuteness.
What if I did that to the Fumina?
Oh, I'm. If you want to do it, like you want to do a full-on Fumina like this.
No, I mean like.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Fumina.
Okay, so guys, just quick inspirational shot here. So this is one of his inspirations. This cool, whatever happened to this poor girl. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to do that Fuma car guy like that or char guy like that, that would be cool. Oh, here's the same red details I was talking about. It's harder to see, but it's totally in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just totally standing out. So you get the black with the silver wash, but I like how this is almost stitched together. Actually, it does look stitched.
Yeah.
So stitched, almost. It looks like leather or metal. That's weird. It's so weird and awesome at the same time. I really do dig it. I mean, I really, whichever direction you go with this monstrosity, I'm gonna dig it. And you'll have to come back when it's finished. And then, like, when this guy is finished, we'll have to show it off. And then whenever you get around to, if you make a full-on Fumina like this, I'm down. I'm definitely down for that. This thing's so cool. Machine in face. Just like the random. Okay, I'll show this random bit. Yeah, what is that even? Like, just what? Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about it. It's Star Trek Borg as well. Like, very Borgish, where it's very, very mechanical driven over things. And the weird panda pill. I don't even know what's happening there. I really do dig it. I might have to get a copy of this book. This is just really neat.
Yeah, it was actually on sale on Amazon, and it just released when I was in Seattle.
Link in the description down below. Non-sponsored. No sponsor. Unless Shichigoro really does want to sponsor your work, that'd be awesome. If you did a gunpla built out of his stuff or her stuff, they might be excited. Like, I love this. This would be a great inspiration.
Yeah.
So, well, that's pointless. That's awesome. Actually, if you notice that, it's Kumatan. So, little bear. Or Kuma is bear. But if you did that Fumitan, that would be awesome. Except Fumitan is different anime entirely. But either way. Fumitan! Oh, yeah, there you go, Fumitan. The weird snail motorcycle thing. Snail unicycle motorcycle thing. And I don't know what the hell that nightmare is.
I think he did those artworks for a benefit.
That looks like... What is that super lazy block of stuff? You know what I'm talking about? It's weird Japanese. It looks like a block of cheese or an egg.
Gudetama?
Yes, it looks like a really wicked Gudetama. That's crazy. Couldn't think of the name. Oh, that's yeah. The wicked bunnies almost. Some of them are really awesome. Some of them are frightening. Either way, that's
a shark girl.
The shark girl. What? Okay. That. I just need to do an entire shot of nothing but artwork. That is crazy. Actually, that would be amazing. Do that, but not Fumina. Do it.
Frameworks?
No, the other one that's coming out, Hyper Gyonko.
Oh, okay.
That'd be funny. Just go Gyonko instead. All right, but yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it. Let's go ahead and let's try to wrap this up because we're just staring at this thing endlessly now. Okay, so let's just This has been a fun and epic interview, dude. Thank you for making the trek all the way up here. It's a long drive for you. I literally made the exact opposite drive to go to Hobbytown the other day. So, like, we're somewhere we should have been able to meet. I don't know, but I appreciate you coming up here. It's awesome, and
No
finally
problem.
get to hang out with you, Dougie. We've only sort of run into each other and talked via the group, but we haven't had a lot of time to actually sit down and hang out because you know people I know and vice versa. So, but thanks for bringing up your amazing work here, man.
No problem.
I really hope it's inspired people because people are gonna be like, "What is that?" You know, like
Yeah.
because even my like just showing off my work and I can do an okay paint job, but I'm not. I haven't really dedicated myself to getting to this level just yet, and it's not that much more. That's one thing I like to explain to people. This is not much more than that.
Yeah, it
It,
really
it,
isn't.
it may be more effort, like you just got to put the time in, but the actual results are not that difficult to get when you sit down and do it. One cool thing I always say with weathering, you just kind of you make it dirty and you get it to the level of clean you want it. It's not the other way around. It's like
Yeah.
so it's like you get it as dirty as possible, then you make it as clean as you want it to be. It's and you're adding dirt or you're adding weathering, you're adding rust or damage. Like brought in other than Nick. Nick brought in his tall
Talkies.
geese, so it was all like beat up. Like he needed to go just a little bit further to like get more of this weathering on it. It would have been really cool. So he needed to hang out with you a little bit more on that one, but it's
Well,
all good, man. And maybe we can get you on another day, or maybe at a meet or something like that, and you can
okay.
show off how to do like some basic weathering techniques. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I can show off what I can do with a marker, and you can show off what you can do with the actual weathering kit. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And then we need to get her weathered up just a little bit,
Yeah.
like we talked about the cool galactic armor, perfectly clean, everything else dirty.
Well, once I get my spray booth set up, I'm
Uh-huh.
actually going to retouch based on the Fumina.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I really dig it. I actually would like to see a little bit more teal on her.
Oh,
Just
really?
just a little bit. I mean, I love just the random pops of extra color,
Yeah.
but they don't have to be huge. But just little thing, like what you did with this, like the bright green that just shows up every now and then, like even the hidden hoses and stuff like that. Like 'cause she's got the same kind of hoses on her arms, but you could make them stand out just a little bit. I mean, you're
Oh,
going back
yeah.
and retouching an older kit, you know. Uh, but it's like she's at 90% and she wants that 10%.
Yeah, exactly.
The sword is farther along than most of the rest of her, and that's what's awesome. And maybe even throw in a little more glow in the dark.
Oh, yeah.
I think that'd be a lot of fun because that'd be terrifying. Like all you see is a little bit of stuff glowing in the dark, and then like something lights up, and then just oh crap, she's here to kill us all.
I think if anything, I'll probably accent more glow in the dark on the veins and right here in the sword, too.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Even like the kind of fuller right here,
Hmm.
right down the middle would be fun with a little bit of glow in the dark. Glow in the dark panel lining would be awesome. I know some people have done that with like their
It's so hard, though.
well, it's one thing when you do it like with a unicorn and you do it to the psycho frame.
Yeah.
So it's actually reactive. Like that. Well, actually, the bear psycho frame is reactive for photoreactive.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, no. Uh, even the basic Banshee and the basically any of the MGs are photoreactive. So
Oh.
you can either put a black light over them, or even if you hit it with the right like flash, you'll see it glowing in the picture because there's enough sparkle built into it that it actually will. It makes it look lit up when it's right. So just the basic
Wow.
lighting over it's not going to be the same, but it will do it. So I mean, people have added extra, glow in the dark stuff to that to make it even more awesome. But yeah,
Okay.
even the basic MG frames will do that. It's pretty cool. I don't think the HGs do, but this Fumina is awesome. I want to see you do more Fuminas in the future because I mean you've got a thing with strong female characters, and there's nothing wrong with that in any way, shape, or form. I mean she looks like an anime character, period. Because you got the MS girl idea. It's just well, it's great in and of itself. Let's just be honest. I want to see all your Samus variants down the line. I think that'd be awesome. Regardless which one you do, and a morph ball. You've got to find a way to do a morph ball. Just get a perfect sphere, etch it to match, and paint it. I think it'd be hilarious.
I could just buy the ball.
No, don't do it
Or
that
I could
way.
get another bear guy and just use the head.
Bear guy head would be lopsided. Honestly, it'd be fun. I mean,
Yeah.
but you'd have to close off the one side. But I want to see this as like a morph ball because it looks too good. Because I think it'd be fun. And if we can make a bomb, that would be cool. Like just a
Okay.
little blinking bomb.
You mean with like LEDs in it and everything?
Yeah, I mean, make it maybe a little bit bigger. You ain't gotta make it like tiny, but I think just fun ideas. Like just pound that Metroid idea in there. Oh, bear guy head as a Metroid.
Oh yeah, huh?
You could totally do it. I mean, the
Yeah.
clear won't be there, but you could totally
No,
make
you
it work.
can.
Add some claws from something
Unless
if
they
you want
were,
to cast it in resin.
or they release a special edition one at the next
Yeah, yeah.
event.
Let's get the next clear bear guy just for that. But yeah, dude, the bear guy head would totally work as a Metroid.
Yeah.
Even actually the petite guy head is almost perfect for that for a small Metroid.
The petite one? Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah, and it's
For a
really
small
it's
one.
really round. Yeah, actually, it'd be really easy to cast if you needed to.
Yeah.
We're brainstorming. It's so much fun because like it's like what else can we just make Gunpla do? What can't Gunpla do? Nothing. Or what can't Dougie do with Gunpla? So that's it for this Shoky Builder Showcase, guys. I know it's kind of a long one, but there's a lot to go over, and who cares when it's something this cool? If it was crap sitting here and I was having to talk about it, it'd be another story. I'm just kidding. Just my crap, I sit here and talk about forever. This thing, I want to see it done. I want to see the blooming flower of death here. That's what I want. Oh, and like I don't remember if we said it on camera or not, but beam effects that we can totally make work with this. Either the Bandai beam effects from say like the Dragon Ball Z kits, or if we could get an awesome Hadouken coming out of there as a charge beam,
the missile that Dustin
or
used.
that cool missile effect. Yeah, because she does shoot missiles.
Yeah.
She shoots everything. An ice beam though, if you got the blue, you could totally do an ice beam. That'd be awesome. How do they not sell those effects by themselves? I mean, they come in like every Dragon Ball kit. They come in the I don't remember the damn name of that thing. The mobile armor from IBO. You totally get the exact same effect. But yeah, that's one thing she definitely needs. Awesome blasting effect. And then if you have a Metroid for her to shoot at, even better. That's so much fun. Oh, even better idea. Mobile armor but done as Ridley.
Oh, wow.
We're see, we've needed to hang out for a while. I should have met you 4 years ago. That's it, guys. We're done brainstorming. It's over. Go away. I meant you go away. That's fine. I'll talk to you guys later. Remember, as always, keep on nerding, keep on building. Let's keep building this community together because we got great people like Dougie in it. So I'll see you guys on the next review.